Hello and welcome to Warband NA. I am your host, Mr. X. I am joined by my co-caster D-Man. Say hi,
How's it
D-Man.
going?
And tonight we are bringing you Ministry of Blades vs. Rebels UNAC Season 2 starter match in the lower bracket, I guess you would call it, in the bottom bracket, Division B.
Yep, Division B. Yeah, it's gonna be a good match between the two teams. They've both known each other for quite a while. Rebels actually started out as just a opposition rebel clan to GK actually on this server, and now it's turned out to be a fully competitive clan in the NA scene.
Yeah, and they've gone through quite a couple incarnations of different players and different people doing different things for them. Rebels actually both teams went through Season 1, right? Is that accurate?
Yeah, both teams went under Season 1. The Ministry of Blades is the newest former team. They went under Rabble in UNAC 1.
Right, but they cut down their roster quite significantly since UNAC Season 1. UNAC Season 1 they had like 30-something players. Now they're down to I think 11 players total.
They actually added some last night. I believe they have 20 now. Maybe 25, somewhere along those marks. But yes, it's still quite a cut down from last season.
Possibly looking to make things a little more serious, a little more competitive. I like that. That should be good for tonight. I'm excited.
This is the right attitude to go for.
And Rebels also participated through Season 1. They didn't do so much cutting down, but I know Rebels have this big no mercenaries rule now. Throughout Season 1, Mach played for them a lot. And I think they got annoyed by people mentioning how Mach was always playing for them even though he wasn't a Rebel. So they have been seriously cutting down on any mercenaries, all Rebel lineups, and trying to be super, super competitive with that. So both teams look to be really stepping up their game.
Yeah, they'll be playing well between UNAC Season 2. I look forward to seeing how both teams do throughout the tournament also. See how well they've improved over the last season.
Yeah, and the lower bracket of Season 2, I think is actually pretty, like, I don't know where anyone's going to end up, pretty much. A lot of people talk about HB being a dominant force in the lower bracket, which they are showing us winning their first match 16-1, I think, against Doff.
Yep, 16-1 is what we won.
Which is... Oh, we have the wrong image up on the stream. The E-Man is currently notifying us. Oh yeah, we have the TMW versus Balian image. That image was for the stream from last night, which was streamed by E-Man and Craddock on Warband NA. And now it is the right one. Right now, we're just kind of waiting to get all the players into the server, get everything set up, and start the match. But let's take a look at these rosters and who we're going to be looking at fighting it out tonight for us. On the Rebel side, Courtney, Snoop, Bohemid Templar, Crusader, Cedric Psycho, Theseus, XLS, Radagast, The Graph, Rolinar, Sea Beetle, Ogurp, and Eternal. Do any of those stand out to you as, I don't know, particularly strong or standout players, you think?
Radagast is definitely their main archer, and if he is hitting a lot of headshots, he's definitely someone to watch out for. Cedric is also a good cav, and he plays archer a lot also. All around, Rebels have a pretty good core of balanced play.
I think so, and I think actually pretty much every single one of these players was on the Rebel team for UNAC 1, so they've been playing together with the same people for a long time. They should have a nice team cohesion thing going on. On the Ministry of Blades team, we have the original 11 team up on this stream. They added more players last night, but of the original 11, we have Chainsaw Punisher, Sparhawk, Odo Dibaro, I think I'm saying that right, Hypolata, Marquis, Traxus, Girdle, Theotian, Careful Death, Sharwin, and Justa. I actually, to be honest, don't know that many of the players. And oh, are we changing to duel already?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Oh, snap. Looks like I'm going to be starting off right away with a duel. Looks like Rebel Crusader and GKMOB Marquis are going to be dueling off for the possible map choice.
Yeah, interesting to see both teams sitting in spec waiting for it too. It's nice to see that they're going to get going right away.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, I think both teams are really looking to take this seriously. This is both of their first matches for UNAC Season 2, so both teams looking to start off really strong.
No. So Crew versus Marquise.
Here we go. Rebel Crusader opting not to take clothes, hoping to scare his opponent with the sexiness of his abs.
It's all about the aiming cap, that's what Mark tells me.
Protect the very delicate hairstyle of a warband. Lots of intimidation. Neither player willing to get in range of the other player's sword. Oh, Marquis. Jumping in there and absolutely destroying Crusader.
1-0 Marquise.
Gonna be a first to two duel to see who gets the option of choosing the map first, which is a pretty big advantage going into the match.
Fight.
Yeah, when you get your first choice of momentum, if you take a map that you're really good at, you get 6 or 7 rounds. You get that momentum for the next map.
Right, and it's just a huge psychological factor, going into a map that maybe you're not so comfortable with, but you're up 8 rounds, 7 rounds already. You feel like you only need to win 2 or 3 rounds. It seems like a manageable thing to do. It's really, really helpful.
Yep.
So Marquis takes that, 2-0.
And let's see what they choose. Whether they choose map, or they just want to let the Rebels choose theirs first.
We'll see. I don't know, really, if either team particularly favors open or closed maps. Haven't seen a lot of them, to be honest.
I don't think open will be either side's team's map. I think mixed and closed is more what you're going to see. And we do have Valorian top coming out from GK.
Taking Valoran, relatively new-ish map. I mean, there's not really that many new maps in Warband, but it's not an original map, so...
No, it gets played a lot, actually. It's such a really well-balanced map.
I particularly like the tunnels in Valoran. Some great rounds just hiding in some dungeons and jumping out at people, 2v5. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Alright, so Rebels got Nords. I bet you GK picks Rodox. Seems to be their favorite, but... Unless
Yeah,
they,
probably.
Unless they take Swadia to deny anybody from getting that on open. Swadia with the new gold management, their armor, they actually really snowball hard if they get a couple rounds.
Yeah, that, I don't know what the name of the armor is, but that infantry, the best armor, is like, you can get that for 1 round.
Yeah, it's only 800.
Absolutely ridiculous. GK takes Vagars, actually. So possibly looking to use some archer strats? I don't know.
Maybe.
Vagars do have pretty solid all-around classes. Their infantry are very good. They have the really fast scimitars. Archers are some of the best in the game, and they can get heavy cab pretty quickly. So, not too many disadvantages with Vagars. People tend to play them on more open maps, though.
Yeah, the archers are definitely the strong point, but all around they're quite a good class. You might see them run more heavy cav with Vagar action. Might be running 2 cav exposed to 1. So means we probably won't see tunnels or tower push from GK.
At Cav on Valoran, for me personally, and I'm forced to play Cav for TMW often. I cannot play Valoran. I just kind of suck at it. I don't know what it is, but I just always seem to get caught out of position and just get absolutely destroyed. So I'm gonna be looking for some tips, to be quite honest. I think the players are shaking out their nerves, getting some duels in before the match actually starts.
Yeah. Well, both teams are just waiting for the map to switch now.
I hope they do know that we're not adminning them for them. That they will have to do it themselves at some point. Take a quick moment to remind everyone about all these new and crazy changes Warband NA is going through. A lot of them being just in the fact that there's a bunch of new people working with Warband NA. D-Man and myself, both kind of new to this commentating casting position. You can tell us how we're doing on Tailworlds. We have a big thread in the Guild Hall. You can also tweet at Warband NA. And I'm actually going to have that up all stream, so if someone tweets, I may or may not read it aloud during the stream. No promises. There's a Steam group for announcements. Eternal is coming on as our public relations manager, setting up all these things like the Twitter and the forum thread and Steam. And yeah, so we're looking to make a big presence known, I guess, in UNAC Season 2. So if you like it, you know, come watch the streams, follow the Warband channel, follow us on Twitter, make a Twitter to follow us with, and enjoy. Looks like we're gonna get started.
Let's see if this is live on the first one.
If it's live on the very first round, that would be a mark that these guys are really serious, because that is rare. That is pretty rare. I'm gonna guess it's not live just by the TK.
No, not live called.
Like GK still has a strong showing. They have about, I'm gonna say, 4 extra players in spectator. Nice for them.
Yeah, Rebels only got 1 extra right now.
Hopefully not too many people disconnect from the server.
So Valoran is a much more infantry style map. You can work an archer crossfire, but most of the time it's just going to lead down to an inf push.
Yeah, and a lot of people are talking about whether or not this gigantic tower in the middle of the map is worth pushing, is the only important place on the map, is not important at all. You know, depending on where masters spawn and all that, it could be interesting to see which teams go for the tower and which teams don't at all. Got to reset, possibly live now. I think this is gonna be it.
I think it will be live.
Looks like the rebels are immediately charging the tower.
Rebels look like they're running 5 infantry, 1 archer, and crew on cav. And GK actually going with 3 archers, 3 imp, and chainsaw on cav. So I think they're gonna try for. They're definitely not gonna push the tower. I think they'll go towards Brew and try to get that archer crossfire.
Quite a bit of archers. Right now they're just kind of sitting at spawn, taking shots from the corners of the buildings. Archer's trying to go around to the right, GK MOB Girly. possibly gonna make something happen, or just kind of standing there AFK. I don't know.
Interesting to see GK still kind of just spread out across the spawn instead of moving into the brew. Yeah, it gives them market flag spawn, but we'll see. Rebels holding the infamous tower that everyone likes to hold.
Well, one thing holding the spawn does for GK is it does give them control of the exit to the tower. You know, if rebels want to leave the tower, they really can't. If GK has a good crossfire on that side, they really can't leave out the exit. They have to go out the back. You know, what they can do is kind of turtle up with shields and just, you know, charge through the arrows anyway. But I mean, theoretically, GK should be able to get a crossfire on the entrances and just kind of rebels stuck in the tower. Right now, they're only covering one side, though.
We do have master spawn. It's in the stable or brew area.
Neither team moving from their position yet. Looks like GK is going to start moving set up on it.
Rebels have grouped up and they're pushing out the tower. Taking some shots from the archer and market.
GK's archers are very spread out. One archer on the ladder, overlooking the basically where their spawn was. One archer in the back by the trees. Hopefully the archers don't get cut off, but if they don't get cut off from each other, they could work together and provide some really nice crossfires. Two quick shots taking down Templar and Bohemian.
Good bumps by Chain. Sarwin picks it up, takes out Psycho.
Now Rebels into the infantry fight. This is where they have to make something happen right now. Gotta right on top of those archers, force them into melee.
Cedrix takes out Traxxas. Cav's doing a lot of bumping here. Cedrix takes out Shawan. Sparhawk takes out Crew. Ooh, TK from Sparhawk taking out the Ocean.
Oh. And it's a 3v4.
Oh, really? Taking
Man.
out careful.
3v3. GK has two archers up and one cav left. Rebels are all infantry. Chainsaw looks like he's going to try to engage, try to turn him around for the archers, but he is alone. He gets shot by his team. Oof.
And
up to Sparhawk
Rebels are on
to
that
make
flag.
something happen.
Yeah, those
TKs
definitely did not help. So to give the Rebels the round. Looks like GK is just gonna survive and armor up.
Two TKs, and Chainsaw Punisher was definitely shot in the back by his team in that last engagement. Kind of a really big upset because they were really in position to win that round. They had a great crossfire, took out Bohemian and someone else, I don't know. I think it was Snoop. Really early on. It wasn't Snoop. Snoop didn't die. I'm crazy. But took out two rebels really on with those great archer crossfires. And then it was just the TKs lost all that advantage.
Yeah. Rebels once again going up to the tower. Yeah, the GKs, they had nice crossfire. They actually had chopped out the rebels and taken down enough of them. But
and Chainsaw
GKs...
Punisher was doing great work interrupting the infantry fights enough for them to be able to survive. Like, Rebels really is banking on winning these big infantry fights. GK is really banking on getting those crossfires, so... I expect to see probably a similar thing from GK, probably just hoping for a little better execution of the plan. The plan seemed to work out itself, but...
Yeah. Once again, GK going with their archer strat. Getting the crossfire in their spawn. Rebels holding up in their spawn. Or tower, sorry. Just not much action going on right now.
Now it looks like both teams content to sit and wait for the flag, which will be spawning in roughly 30 seconds.
Yeah, that round has to be devastating for GK. Should have taken the first one.
See if they can muster up and just get themselves in position to take this one. If the flag doesn't spawn right down in that area, I don't know what other kind of crossfire GK can set up, though.
Oh, Master,
Hunting.
same spot.
Spawn's there. We'll see if GK change anything or just take the same positions and hope for better execution.
Yep, this time Rebels have actually grouped down in tunnels, and they're pushing from tunnels.
A little bit safer, probably. A little more of the cautious play, which is probably smart because they lost so many people early on last time. Bohemian's going to be taking shots from the top. And Rebels in a slightly different position. They don't have an archer on that ladder anymore. They have both of their archers backed by the trees and stables. 3 of their archers, actually, backed by the trees and stables.
Rebels have a much better approach this time.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to sweep around the wall and pick them all out.
Oh, Templar getting 2 jab kills. Takes out Theocean and Sparhawk. Crew comes in, takes out Traxxas. Crew comes in, takes out Gurley also.
And
Cjx kills Chainsaw. Crew's bump kills Careful Death.
Looks like just Sharwin's alive. Perfect round by Rebels. Doing exactly what they needed to. Not getting split up at all. Not letting the archers get a crossfire on them. And just charging through. Through with the perfect cap timing too. Just getting right in there. And yeah, GK's archers haven't been taking shields early on. Templar was able to get 2 quick kills really early with jabs. It's going to be hurting them, and you know, I don't know if they're really going to be using all 60 arrows on a map like this. It's probably going to be worth it for them to pick up shields if they figure that out.
Yeah, it's interesting to see them not do shield drops. But you might see a change of composition now. You know, hasn't worked twice now. The jabs are definitely hurting them. Won't be surprised if GK picks up a couple more infantry.
I see only 2 archers from GK this time.
Yep, they dropped Sparhawk as an archer and actually picked him up as Cav. So, GK now going with 2 Cav.
Looks like they're going to be content to do the same thing, though. Just hold those couple corners of their spawn. Wait for the Master. Don't know if Rebels is going to change it up. They have reason to. This has been working out pretty well for them. Just kind of hold up and wait for the push. So a pretty passive game by both teams.
Yeah, with that extra Cav picked up, let's just hope they don't get in each other's way. If they kite enough with their archers and their infantry protect them well enough, they should be able to pick this round up depending on where the flag spawns. All flags support this except for the one in the rebel spawn closest to the tunnels.
Yeah, that's what
There's
I'm
not
really
much
afraid
room
of.
for the flag horses to maneuver there.
Also, you know, there would be DK wouldn't be able to get there. You know, Rebels would be able to easily either hit GK while they're moving or just set up on the flag first. You know, with the marketplace spawn and with that lower brewery spawn we've seen both times, GK's able to get there and at least try to set up the archer crossfire that they're kind of relying on with this many archers without shields. So, if it spawns in Rebels spawn. Oh, the Rebels are going to push. Hold that thought. Pushing out into the spawn, trying to make something happen. Bohemian going into infantry mode.
Templar takes down Chainsaw. Traxxas with a good shot on Crew.
DK Cav come around the back.
Bohemian takes out Sparhawk. Radagast takes out Shaolin. Traxxas with another kill on Bohemian.
The Ocean in a 2v1 doesn't look like he can make anything happen, just kind of hold out.
Sea-Beetle
He's
takes
the last
out
man.
Careful. Cjx takes out Traxxas, and Radagast gets a nice shot on the Ocean. So a solid push by the rebels there. That extra Cav did not help them fighting there.
Yeah, I think both Cav went around the marketplace to try to come in from behind the rebel push. I don't know if it just took too long, but it seemed like by the time GK's Cav got there, the fight was almost over.
Yep.
GK maybe looking to push the tower? Nope.
No,
Bomb back.
They look indecisive. They looked like they wanted to, but it was too late. They looked like they took too much time in spawn. We're still seeing no shield drops for any archers.
Looks like Rebels trying to metagame it, expecting them to to rush the tower, have actually almost all holed up in this little dungeon room? Is that all of them?
All but the Cav.
Oh, but they have.
GK actually taking the blue area for the first time.
I like this. Maybe they can put pressure on that Cav early while he's not near his team and maybe get his horse dismounted or something. Any sort of early advantage would really, really help out K here. Because at this point, you know, Rebels with 3 rounds, very few deaths on their side, they're gonna have a lot of armor. They're gonna have a lot of big shields, and it's gonna be tough for GK to roll through that.
Yeah, nearly all the rebels. The rebels actually dropped an infantry and got an archer, but all the rebel infantry actually have mail. Almost second tier.
Rebels are coming in. I don't think they know where GK is yet. And they might have just found them around the corner.
Nah, GK was scouted by the Cav. The rebels pushing the blue spawn there. The javelins are absolutely destroying the GK archers right now. Bohemian takes out Delian. Team kill. The Ocean takes out Careful Death. Bohemian takes out Traxxas. Great headshots. Bohemian with third headshot on Chainsaw. The Ocean takes out Snoop. Radagast taking down the Cav. Bohemian taking out Sharwin.
Both Cav down. Theocean again, last man.
Wow. And you see where Bohemian is. He's standing right behind everyone. And GK Cav did not crash on him once. The 2 Cav didn't kill an archer all by himself. It's just... He got 4 kills. That's what killed it for them.
That's the perfect spot for an archer to be in, just sitting back, no one's touching him, just able to shoot and shoot and shoot. And I mean, Bohemian's a pretty great archer. Both those first 2 kills were just headshots, like immediately. So Rebel's gonna take the first set. 4-0, very commanding. We'll see if the swap onto Nords helps GK at all.
I hope it does, considering this is a GK's map choice.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate because, you know, going back to that very first round, GK was in such a really strong position to win after the initial engagement, and they just kind of misplayed it and let it go with those team kills. But, you know, if that first round had gone differently, you know, who knows what might have happened if you know, morale was slightly different, if they had more golds, they could have taken a lot more. So.
Yep. We're actually getting a call live on Rui, so we should be going right off the bat.
It looks like we are. GK taking a lot of infantry, gonna push up straight into the tower, emulating Rebels' first 3 rounds.
Yeah, GK 6 infantry and Sparhawk on Cav. Rebels are actually gonna push down to blue. Sparhawk should be able to scout them. Rebels taking 4 infantry, 2 archers, and 1 Cav. And Sparhawk actually getting stopped in the blue. GK actually moving from the tower right now.
Looks like they might be trying to push with very bold Nordic push, going straight through the middle, right through the archway. And they're gonna engage. Rebels have Bohemian on top of the stairs.
Template.
Chainsaw pushes Rebel, Bohemian off the
Snoop
stairs.
takes out Shaman. Careful Death takes out Snoop. The Ocean takes out Bohemian. Careful Death takes out Cedrix.
Crusader trying to make something happen.
And Rebels are just backing off.
Wow.
The Ocean takes out Crew, and the Ocean takes out Sea Beetle. Almost a perfect round for Ministry of Blades.
That was surprising. I did not expect that. They played so defensively and so archer heavy on the first set, you know, to just run in as almost all inf and a couple cav and just wipe Rebels. Wow. Very bold. I applaud you.
Yeah, I just think Rebels weren't prepared for that rush right off the bat. They didn't change the composition at all, so they're gonna try it again.
Yeah. And Bohemian, Bohemian was set up on the stairs early. He wasn't really able to get off any shots. I think it was Chainsaw Punisher pushed right into him, made him jump off the stairs. Uh, and then he was stuck in melee without a shield, and so was Radagast, I believe. So really great shutting down Bohemian and Radagast for GK.
GK once again pushing right into the rebels. Getting lots of throwing axes thrown in.
This time Bohemian's set up in the back. Hasn't had any pressure really on him yet, so we'll see if he's able to do any work.
The Ocean takes out Templar. Crew takes out Careful. Great couch. Sparhawk coming in from behind the GKs. Vinci takes out Beetle. The Ocean takes out Cedrix. Crew takes out Chainsaw.
Gonna be up to Sparhawk and the other cap
Crew
to make
takes
something
out the
happen.
Ocean. Crew doing a great job kiting the infantry, keeping his archers alive right now.
3 versus 3. 2 archers
Bohemian
left, Bohemian and
takes
Radagast.
out their last cav.
Oh, wow.
Bohemian with Vinti.
1 man left.
An excellent job by the rebels. Continuing kiting back with the archers. Crew keeping them alive at all cost.
Yeah, I think really if GK just put some pressure on those archers, things could be a lot different, but
No. This is where
the
the
melee
trouble
fight was
of,
pretty back and forth.
this is where the trouble comes in with not having an archer on your side. You only need one just to put pressure on their archers. But GK ramified that. They picked up Vinci, and he's going to be their archer for this round.
See if that changes things for them.
GK actually hold up in the tower, actually pushing towards Rebel spawn now.
Rebels again setting up in that lower flag area. Getting an archer on the stairs, trying to make a peek headshot, quick headshot, see if anything happens. Okay, backing off. They don't want to take this fight. Instead choosing to go up the stairs, up on top to help out Winnie Vinci, who is in an intense archer duel with Rebel Bohemian there.
Bohemian takes a jab.
Like GK
Oh,
preferring to push
Radagast.
from the top.
Great shot on Vinci, taking out that archer before he can get any shots in. GK jumping down. The Ocean pushing really hard into the archers right now. Templar takes out Dillian. Cedrix takes out the Ocean. Bohemian takes out Sparhawk. Careful Death takes out Templar.
Wow.
And GK is just falling here. Chainsaw's against all of them.
That's, do you... I mean, there was that really, really early kill on Winnie Vinci. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but, he was the archer they picked up to help pressure against Rebels archers in order to try and negate that advantage that they had before, and he died basically before the engagement happened.
Yeah, he played really aggressive when he needed to just lay low for a couple minutes.
Like GK is gonna rush straight for the brewery alley. Sorry, I can't speak today. Hoping to just push in right before Rebels can sort of outmaneuver them like they did last time.
Yeah.
Rebels setting up in the same kind of position. Bohemian going on the ladder.
I think GK just needs to wait and see where flags spawn. Just relax, because Rebels are set up every time they've pushed into them. The first time worked, but, these last 2 times isn't working for them, and they're getting set up at the brewery flag. They're ready for them to come push into them.
Right, and like you even said the first time, Rebels was not prepared or really set up for that first push, and that's really what won GK that round.
GK has actually dropped Spark as dropped Chainsaw as an infantry and picked up Chain as a cav. So now they're running 2 cav for Nords. See if that helps them pick off some of their archers that have been just tearing Ministry of Blades up. Radagast and Bohemian have been hitting every shot.
So now, if Master does spawn on top of Rebels, I mean, there's not much GK can do other than push.
No. But there's different ways they can push in.
Barhawk as Cav riding around trying to look for a backstab or something in the spawn. Not really getting much.
No, just taking damage on his horse early.
About 3 seconds till Master spawns. We'll see if this helps GK at all.
And Master's actually in market.
So neither team really in a perfect position to go for this. I think Rebels could probably get there first if they ran really, really fast. So it's going to be up to GK to hit them while they're running or to hit them before they can set up at the flag and use their infantry powers to win the round.
Looks like GK Cav is actually harassing the Rebels as they move along.
As long as they don't take too much damage, that should help a lot.
Ooh,
Radagast takes some Sparhawk. Oh. That's too much damage.
Radagast taking out Spark and Chainsaw. Both GK Cav are out of commission. Bohemian taking out the only archer, Vinci. This is not gonna end well for GK.
And look at Radagast just set up in his little corner. You know, they can't go near him. They can't touch him. And he's being defended by his Cav. That's just perfect.
Nope. The Ocean takes out Sea Beetle. Snoop takes out the Ocean. Careful Death fighting through the Rebels by himself. Snoop takes out Careful Death. Shawan's all alone, just getting bumped by the Cav. Excellent round by Rebels. Only losing Sea Beetle.
DK has got to think of something to upset the Rebels in some way and try to hit them before they're set up. Try to get the archers down early. Try to do something to make this roll stop. But I don't really know what they could do. Maybe wait for a good master spawn, but...
Once again, Chainsaw has dropped the extra Cav and gone back to infantry for GK. The two Cav strategy they're trying to go here isn't really working for them. They're either taking too much damage before flag spawns, or they're just not getting any kills.
Right, and when you go for something like 2 Cav, you're really banking on that as helping you win like a kind of big infantry fight, you know, because the Cav will be able to get in there and knock down the enemy team and disrupt the enemy team so your infantry can really win. But, you know, the past couple fights have not really been a big ball infantry fight. It's really been DK kind of chasing and running really, really hard to get the archers, and then just kind of letting themselves die by ignoring infantry behind them.
Yeah, that last fight, the two GK Cav got caught on one side of the alley. They didn't pull out, you know, they made their first run and they didn't pull out for the infantry to come back in. They went in for a second time and they just got caught by the entire Rebels going down that alley. And GK was already still lagging behind. They had just reached the top of the stairs near the tower. But once again, Rebels sitting up in their blue flag position. GK taking the top of the spawn there.
About 20 seconds, we'll see if GK get a favorable spawn or not. Winnie Winchy, again playing very aggressive. He might get... Oh, he was standing still. Oh, man. Oh, that arrow just missed his head.
An interesting note, Winnie Winchy is actually using a longbow against Vega Nomad bows.
Oh.
Very interesting.
It's going to be tough for him to deal with any of the other archers being that slow. And the flag spawn's right on top of Rebels. Unless GK get a really solid push here, I don't know what they can do. Looks like they're coming to push in a couple guys from the top. Sparhawk making his way in there early, stopping up some Cav. Radagast falling back, trying to get into his position of shooting, and it looks like, is that Bohemian all the way down the alley?
Shaman takes out Templar. Cruz coming in, Theotian takes out Sea Beetle. Spark's been dismounted. Radagast, great headshot on Shawan. Seedrix takes out Careful Death. Theotian takes out Radagast, and Spark gets a jab team kill on Theotian.
That could be
gonna
big.
hurt. Delian fighting a down Cav by himself.
Oh,
Chainsaw
wow.
takes out Bohemian. Vindy with a great headshot on Crew.
Noob left. Wow. So unless Snoop
GK
gets the
actually.
1v4, GK took this round pretty well. There he
Damn.
goes.
Excellent comeback by GK there.
Yeah, I'm
Interesting to
not sure
note that
who it
Vegas
was.
all had laminar armor there.
Oh, that's gonna be big. That's gonna be
Yeah,
really, really big.
so
Take away all that gold bonus.
the only person with the armor is Radagast now.
That should help a lot. So that time, I'm trying to think, what did they do differently in that push than all the others? One infantry ran around and was pressuring Bohemian, who's been doing sick archer work for Rebels this whole time, was pressuring him pretty early. He wasn't able to shoot into the fight. That might have been a big part of it. I'm not sure, but there was also... It seemed like Rebels Cav had no presence in that infantry fight.
Rebel Cav was more focused on getting bumps at the infantry or pushing their archers. GK also did good by picking up a second archer to add that extra pressure there. And they were both up there. Yeah, Delian was in their spawn and Vinny Vidici was in the flat spot where the ledge is.
So let's see if GK can get their swag levels higher and take this next round. Get this match even closer. This is their map, so we'll see what's up. Winning Widiwichi taking the same kind of spot on top of that, I guess, overhang sort of thing, looking where that flag spawns, shooting pretty aggressively, and Rebels are kind of hiding from him. They're kind of scared.
Yeah, Crew
Gets a
actually
nice
has picked
shot.
up a heavy cav here. Let's see how much work that heavy cav can do.
Sparhawk on GK Cav has been unable to upgrade to any sort of infantry, armor. Rolling out with that Defard armor because he wants that hunter, so if he gets stopped, he's in a lot of trouble. And he's been this way almost the entire match, I think. Master's gonna spawn in a second.
Same spot.
Jesus. Well, hopefully Rebels can emulate that last round. Wendy Winchi getting a couple good shots on that archer behind the tree there.
GK once again jumping over the fence, heading down towards the stables. Rebels are actually pushing the archers in behind the alley this way. GK infantry are going to be without archer support here in a second. I'm going to hop down. Yeah, GK infantry is fighting pretty much the entire rebel team, and Theoshan takes out Sea Beetle. Chainsaw coming up behind the alley on the archers there. Crew with a good bump. Radagast, great headshot on Vinny Vinucci. Crew takes out Delian. That's both archers down. Sparhawk comes in, takes out Cedrix. Templar takes out Chainsaw.
The Rebel archers are finally backed into melee.
Sparhawk takes out Radagast. Shaolin takes out Bohemian.
That's both archers down.
It's a 4v3 in GK favor.
Crew's stopped. Oh, careful death with the jump shot.
Just Templar. An excellent job by GK pulling that back.
GK taking it back. So again, GK did the same kind of thing. They wrapped around, you said it was Chainsaw Punisher, I think, was wrapping around the opposite side, splitting Rebel Archer focus.
Yep, came up behind them and got axes into both of the archers there. Sparhawk has also picked up the Vega heavy cab there. But GK, despite winning 2 rounds in a row here, they only have 1 person in armor, in male. Oh, they have 2 people now, okay.
Rebels doing something different, going around to the marketplace, possibly going into the tunnels. Yes, I love the tunnels. Rebels gonna go into the tunnels, maybe make some fancy plays out of there. I'm excited. But yeah, this round is gonna be the deciding factor for this swap.
Yeah, I'm not sure if GK actually knows they're down there. They're actually pushing up. They're pushing up from the tower, from tunnels to tower.
Oh, is it gonna be a melee brawl in the tower? Careful, Death's defending the stairs. Looks like Rebels is gonna back off.
They're gonna back off and wait for flags, probably.
Not very bold, but probably very smart.
It's actually very smart by Rebels because they actually picked up an extra cav. Bohemian has switched to cav. So that's 2 cav going for the Rebels right now. So
Well, keep it on
fighting there
Cav.
would be a great disadvantage for them.
Bohemian's on Cav. He's not going to be on Archer though, so it's going to be all up to Radagast to make those shots happen. Stallion sitting on top of the spawn, trying to make some shots. I think he's shooting at nothing. Both teams content to wait these last 5 seconds to see where the flag spawns. And Marketplace, is that the first time it spawned in Marketplace this whole
Second
match?
time this match.
Second
All the
time.
other ones have been in the blue flag.
Rebels have a Cav trapped in there. Maybe GK can capitalize on that. No, he gets out pretty quickly. Rebels gonna push maybe out the tunnels. GK's holding the tunnel entrance, choosing to bottle up Rebels right here instead of taking the flag. Could be a very good choice for them. The Rebels push out. And now it's gonna be up to the Cav to get in
Crew
there.
takes down Sharwin. He also takes out Templar. Sea Beetle takes out Vindy. Rebels, Radagast takes out Careful Death. Bohemian comes around and stabs. The Ocean takes out
Radagast is
Sea
able to
Beetle.
shoot without pressure.
Yeah, it's the first time he's been able to not pull his bullet there. Sparhawk takes out Bohemian. Crew takes out Delian.
Ooh.
Sparhawk takes out Snoop.
The Ocean fighting in the tunnels. 2v1 with Radagast, but his opponent has no
Oh.
shield and is...
Radagast getting saved there by the wall.
Oh, the Ocean wins. And it's 3v2. Crew and Radagast versus the Ocean, Sparhawk, Chainsaw Punisher. Sparhawk's in the tower, coming out for Crew. Get a bump. Chainsaw Punisher's sitting on the flag right now. He's not going to be in this fight. I don't know if that's a good idea for them. It's going to be a 2v2 instead of a 3v2. Looks like Rebels are going to push to the
Rebels
flag
are
anyway.
realizing that they need to get the flag here. Chainsaw needs to come off and engage that Archer right now. Crew with a
the Ocean
great
takes
bomb
the bump.
plant.
Oh, man.
Sparhawk with the same.
And Radagast in melee, if he can make something happen here, it could be
Oh,
really,
Sparhawk
really
takes down
big.
Crew's horse.
Oh,
Chainsaw picks it up with his spear. And Sparhawk takes out
wow.
Radagast. GK coming back. 7-4 in a big way.
GK. That is, I honestly have to say, I did not expect that. After the first swap going 4-0 completely in Rebels' favor, that is pretty big for GK.
Yeah, 4-0 and then coming back 3-1. And then turn around and take 3 more rounds from them. That's pretty big.
Yeah, they
a
definitely
big
have a
moral
chance to
shift.
win this going into the next map. It is definitely not lost yet. But it's still going to be a little bit of an uphill fight for them. So it's going to be Rebels map choice now. We'll see if they take something a little more open than Valoran, or if they opt to go for the mixed category. Whatever they do, I expect them to be relying pretty heavily on Radagast and possibly Bohemian in those Archer roles again. They were doing such crazy great work. Crew was able to do also a large amount of work on Cavalry, especially in those last couple rounds. And huge shoutouts to Theocean going 14-4 in that last swap. He was basically initiating every single infantry fight for GK. He was the guy who would run in and just go straight at the archers, and sometimes would die, 4 times, but most of the time would get a lot of kills. So that is pretty big. And I've never seen Theocean play before, and all of a sudden he's just godlike. Oh,
The Ocean is actually a very strong infantry, but what he lacks is, I believe he doesn't have a mic. So, I mean, if he gets a mic, that definitely helps him on communication levels.
Definitely.
So
And-
for closed maps, we had Nordtown and Valorian. So on open maps that they can play, they have Field by the River and Legacy Plains. In mix, they have Quagmire and Ruins. I haven't seen much of Quagmire, and I haven't seen much of Legacy Plains, but I got a chance to look at Legacy Plains, and it actually looks really nice. It looks like a really balanced random map.
I really like Legacy Plains as an open map. Because it's one of those maps where I feel like that whole, all cav dominates everything isn't totally true, but like you can still do all cav viably. It's a little bit harder for it to work because you have to be a little more selective about when you're going to engage and when you're not.
Yeah, it's more of the BKS meta with 3 or 4 itches and 3 cav.
Yeah, that looks like
nice
it would be
50-50.
strongest. I would be down for some Quagmire though. I don't think it's been played yet in UNAC. I think, and it's barely been played competitively at all, I think. But that would be exciting. Runes, of course, being a very, very classic, very old map, been played forever.
Yep.
We'll see what's up. Remember, guys, you can tweet at WarbandNA and get your comments possibly read aloud on the stream if they're not too weird or racist. Yeah.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, keep it clean, keep it full of swag, and we'll see what we can do for you. Rebels taking a while to decide.
I think they might, they picked Field by the River. I was gonna say Legacy Plains, so I was wrong. But, Field by the River.
Field by the River, another one of those maps that I personally think I'm terrible at playing. So, this should be interesting. It's an open map, it's relatively open. There are those ruins areas that people say are very kind of closed off area. They control really one master, maybe two. Last night in the TMW versus Balian match, Balian was doing a lot of splitting up stuff with a couple archers going one way and like a larger group kind of pushing in from the other side. See if teams do that or if they have their own special strategies planned.
Well, most teams take, most of the fighting is going to happen by the first forest by the river. It's great cover for the archers and infantry if they have any, and cav can easily go in there. It's normally where most teams, and it gives them control of 2 master flags on the field.
Right.
The one out behind the ruins is kind of just an odd placement.
Something I'd like to see going into Field by the River is maybe some crazy Radagast plays where they kind of throw Radagast like pretty far off, like maybe up against the castle wall or across the river on the ruins, and just have him kind of sitting in a kind of tucked up safe position to get some long range shots. I would love to see some of that from Rebels. GK I expect to be pretty balled up and pretty much in one unit, trying to push into Rebels or wait for flag. I can't really see much other stuff, but who knows? They definitely surprised me this swap, so.
I believe we're waiting on factions here.
Yeah, and
if you're just joining, it's 7-3 for Rebels for the overall score.
7-4, I think. Didn't
oh, yeah,
GK
7-4,
win?
sorry,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 7-4 for
Scores
Rebels.
got all mixed up.
Yeah, it's been going on so long now. And with going into these faction choices, Vaegrs is going to be off the table now for the open map, which is not totally common. I expect it to be something like Saranid versus Swadia, to be honest, but we might see a Rodok pick up for some crossbows and some infantry power, possibly from GK. Swadia, of course, having the particularly dominant cavalry and the great lances. Saranids having the very mobile cavalry with their Saranid horses and all around good, I would say, archers and infantry.
Yep.
Rebels taking Saranid. Up to GK.
Well, with Vegas actually picked this half, crossbows can work on Field by the Ruins, but for archers in it. Just depends how the Rebels play their archers. If they play more aggressive and not letting the Expos reload and get their shots, the archers are going to be much more dangerous.
Well, GK's, I think, forced to take a... There's only, Swadia and Rodox left. Yeah, so... Looks like it's going to be Rodox.
They're actually taking Rodox. That is a really big surprise.
It's interesting, but I think it's indicative of their their sort of overall team composition and their overall strategies in a lot of these maps is, they're really relying on sort of infantry kind of balls. They're relying on balls of their players, which is something that Rodax can do very well, as opposed to Swadia. Swadia really relying more on cavalry play and cavalry advantage, which wasn't working out for them as well on this swap. So perhaps it might not be the best, sort of meta choice, but it's best for them.
Rebels,
so I'm still downloading the map.
Rebels going with 5 cav, 2 archers. GK going with 3 cav, 1 infantry, and 3 archers. Interesting to see.
Didn't know Field by the River was such a big map. 404 kilobytes currently downloading.
Alright, it looks like GK is holding the first forest by their spawn. Rebels are currently pushing up to the first forest by the river. It looks like Rebels are going looks like they're going to go for a very aggressive cav style play, and with the maneuverable Cyrenid horse, it's quite effective.
BK has Wenny Witty Witchy on the back One Tree Hill trying to take shots. He's already got a shot in him though. Yeah, I think you're right. Those Cyrenid archers are going to be very, very very effective at pinning down those crossbows, and it's going to be a huge for Rebels right here.
Yeah, both Rebels actually have shield drops, so they're looking to play more aggressive.
About 10 seconds till that master spawns, and we see our first big engage. And Master's gonna spawn all the way back behind the runes. GK looks like they're gonna just kind of move straight forward. At least Wenny Witty Winchy is with his crossbow. He looks like he's gonna cross the river, but he's leaving some teammates up in the first trees. They're gonna start falling back now. It might be too late for them though. I don't think they're gonna get out safely. Oh no, I lied. I totally lied. Wenny Witty Winchy coming back to help his team.
Yep. Somewhere along these lines, Rebels cav is gonna strike the Expos. Expos are starting to ball up as they go across. GK crossing the river now. Rebels in pursuit behind them. Oh, and Courtney with a great couch on Traxxas who was not paying attention. Good read by Courtney.
GK might be able to set up on this flag pretty soon. Rebels have some cav protecting it right now, though. It looks like they're gonna just collapse on those two ground troops right about now.
Cedrix takes out Marquise.
I guess
Rebels
taking
taken out.
Cedrix with another couch.
That's all Expos down for Rebels, or GK, sorry. And GK Cav getting late to the help their infantry. Templar takes down Chainsaw. Bohemian, great shot at the ocean. Sparhawk takes out Courtney.
Yeah, that was it just didn't seem like GK was really playing as a team there. They were it felt to me like they were a little all over the place and not really, balled up the way they need to be to protect each other. Cav was late, like you said. And those ground troops, they couldn't really move. I mean, the Rebel, Cav, Cedrix, they were doing such a good job of just slowing them down, forcing them to turn around and, defend themselves. And splitting them up, too. They weren't able to sort of get together and huddle around a spear the way they'd probably want to. They were immediately split up, and Courtney and Cedrix and all the Rebel Cav.
Oh, yeah, but in a situation like this, lance drops from Cav, or even just the free spear for the infantry, can do a lot for Expos. An extra spear there, I mean, there's 3 Expos and just 1 spear. It's just too much for one guy to handle without the Cav support. But GK actually dropping one of their archers and picking up another imp, so they'll be running 2 imp and 2 archers, each with their own support. See no change in the Rebels. Once again, teams sitting up in the same positions. GK taking the first forest by their spawn, and Rebels taking the first forest by the river.
Marquis acting as a shield for Winnie Winnie Winchy falls down, moves a little into the gets shot anyway. Moves down to try to take shots. Looks like he's gonna back off into the trees though. Play it safe. Yeah, and Rebels is perfectly content to wait, and I think that's definitely the right move in their position. You know, their Cav is doing really excellent work, and at some point, you know, GK is going to have to move out of those trees, and Rebel Cav can get in there. It's going to be up to the GK Cav to either, you know, either collapse on the Rebel ground troops or to really defend their own ground troops. A little bit of Cav skirmishing happening by the wall. Sparhawk taking some hits on his horse. He also does not have armor. It's not a good place for him to be. His horse goes down. Crusader picks up the couch. Beautifully executed by Rebels. All the while, the Master spawns again in the back? Is that... No, it's not. It's in the middle. It's in between the two trees. And GK not looking to take the flag. They're actually going to set up behind it with crossbows. Maybe try to shoot Rebels as they get on the flag. I guess that's the plan.
Yeah. Maybe not gonna knock some cav down before they get in there. They got a minute and 30 and nobody's on flags yet.
Rebels have set up Bohemian in the sort of rock tree area with his bow. He's able to get some nice shots. That courser is probably going to go down fast. Either team moving on the flag yet. Radagast's able to take down Sharwin.
Yeah, great shot by Radagast there. Rebels Cav looking to make a move on Theocean. Theocean get dehorsed.
Rebels got one guy sitting on the flag now, raising it slowly. Oh, they did. Negating what I was about to say.
Rebels crashing. Snoop takes out Traxxas.
Corny Source goes down.
Oh, he made a great
Theocean
shot on
gets
Theocean.
headshot. Oh, wow. There's 3 players left for GK. Rebels have their whole team up.
Radagast
Looks like a
getting
very
on flag.
dominant round. Chainsaw Punisher with a bunch of cav, infantry, and archer.
Bohemian gets great shot on Chainsaw and Marquise.
Wow,
Cedrix takes out Windy.
And GK need to change something up. They just don't seem to be able to compete with Rebels in sort of spread out individual fights, especially with Radagast and Bohemian being able to shoot for free. And they need to find some way to shut down Radagast and Bohemian, or just fight in a place where they can't shoot them.
Yeah. GK actually dropping all infantry and picking up 5 cavalry. Interesting to note though is they're going for heavy lances off the start when they have no money, they have no armor. So, really hoping they don't get shot here.
Yeah, and that last round Sprock, I think it was, went down really early just by being out of position with his cav, and 3 Revel cav were able to collapse on him against the wall and instantly take down his horse and couch him, so, you know, GK's got to play pretty safe.
And it's interesting to see that GK would pick Rodogs over Swadia, considering Rodogs are stat-wise the worst cav in the game.
Yeah, and now they're playing so much cav,
Yeah.
goes against expectations. Looks like there's a Super Bowl up. It looks like the Seahawks won 42-8. My information is coming from Sea Beetle, so do not do not blame me if that's wrong. But congratulations to the Seahawks. And it looks like GK's just gonna also be content to wait for flag here. I mean, with all this cav, theoretically, they should be in a better position to take flag than they were the last couple rounds because they're going to be more mobile. They're going to be able to shut down the Rebel archers when they start moving. But it's all going to be a matter of execution. Are they really going to be able to take down Radagast and Bohemian as quickly as they need to?
Yep. It's just like archers just exchanging shots right now. Flag spawns in behind the ruins there. GK once again making their way across.
Oh, looks like Sparhawk. Yep, Sparhawk got dismounted early. He's gonna put pressure on this archer, but he's alone. I don't think he can do much. He's gonna be very, very out of position. Hopefully he can get some damage on some horses, do something, but no.
Great bump kill by Snoop there.
Oh, wow. 2 quick shots, take down that Tyranid horse super fast.
Ooh, crew taking out Chainsaw. Courtney's gonna get a new horse. GK's cav is clashing with rebels right now above the ruins.
And GK's crossbows are across the river. They're shooting pretty long range. You know, if they can't make these shots,
Crew
they're
takes
gonna be
out the Ocean's
super out of
horse.
position.
Sharon getting stopped.
The Ocean did take
Courtney
down,
takes out
shot,
the Ocean.
bumped, and lands.
I guess takes out Sharon. Marquise late to help his cav battle.
And Praxis and Wendy Winchi crossbows across the river. I think they were just too far away to help. I really do.
Not helping at all. I mean, if you were engaging their cav at that place, they should have waited for the expos to at least get across. Maybe in the river and draw the cav out.
Definitely.
Traxxas getting lots of pressure by Crew and Snoop. Bohemian and Seajerks. Crew takes out Traxxas.
Looks like it's gonna be another big round for Rebels. Oh, and the last 2 kills after the victory. That is just insult to injury. That is tough.
Looks like we have a swap coming in. Vindy drops out for Odo.
Yes! Look at that. Oh, look at that ground troops. Look at those ground troops for GK. That is what I like to see, GK. That's what they're good at. That's what they should do. I mean, they picked Rodox to do this kind of thing. I think this. I am excited for this round. They better push up the river and just bomb them and bang. That's what GK has got to bang right now. That's what I'm saying. And it looks like they're doing it. They're pushing up to the second trees. They're getting pretty spread out though. They need to be careful of Rebel Cav. But it looks like the Rebels are content to be very far away from GK. Try to take some shots. Try to whittle them down before the fight happens. Radagast caught on the opposite side of the river, but he has a very sturdy looking board shield, so he should be fine.
So GK is now running 4 archers, 3 infantry. They lost the mobility, which is it's probably gonna hurt. It wouldn't hurt them to get 1 or 2 cav in there, but we'll see how this goes. Flag keeps spawning on that far side of the ruins. There's a lot of distance for Rebels cav to crash in the open.
Yeah, and GK, you know, they're going to be slow. They don't have cav. They're going to be slow. So, you know, unless they get one of the flag spawns on their side of the river right now, it's going to be a really tough journey for them to make it to the flag. Taking a lot of shots, not seeing any kills yet. Radagast is up on the bridge, getting shot at, but again, with that board shield, he should be pretty fine until the fight happens. Flag's going to spawn in about 15 seconds here. See if GK get the flag spawns they need to make it happen. And no, they do not. Flag spawns all the way across by the ruins again.
GK not moving quick here.
Rebels sending cav all the way there right now. Looks like Crew and Courtney are going to be already at the flag. Radagast is going to be pushing up on the side. I don't know what GK can do.
I think GK is going to have a really hard time crossing into the flag. Just getting there in the open in one piece is going to be hard. The Rebels cav is going to crash.
Yeah, and Rebels have 3 Serenade Warhorses right now, like that, those can't be shot down very quickly. You know, if Rebels didn't have so much money at this point, maybe GK could sit in the ruins and shoot down some cav, but they have to make something happen with the flag. The flag's already halfway up, and with 3 heavy cav, there's not much they're going to be able to do to stop those cav. So it's just a matter of time before Rebels swoops in on those ground troops.
Yeah, and here it comes. The crash is coming.
Feel it. Oh, looks like they're getting pretty close to the flag. Maybe Rebels is waiting for Radagast to be in position. I don't know. DK's left
This is gonna be
4 crossbows at the runes.
Crew takes out trains up.
Odo,
A lot of
Debarro,
rebel
and Theotian
cav
on
stops right here now. They're not getting in and out.
They aren't able to do much yet, but they just have so much armor and such heavy horses. I don't know if they're gonna be able to survive. 15 seconds left to make something happen. Odo and Theotian go down. That's flag cleared.
Yeah, and the
It's just
Expos
gonna be the
couldn't help them very
crossbows.
much. They're distracted by Bohemian and Radagast back in the ruins there.
And now it's just going to be looking to mop up the kills in the last 2 seconds. So first swap, again going 4-0, convincingly to Rebel. Do you know what that makes our total score right now? Because I don't.
See,
I'm
it's
not good at
11-4.
math. 11-4. So it looks like GK is just playing for style points and swag at this point. Hopefully make a good last swap out of it all. Serenade. Rebels is going to be playing on as Rodox, which is we're pretty sure that's the disfavored action in this case. So maybe GK is going to be able to make something out of the swap and pick up a few rounds for themselves.
Yeah, I hope GK plays a little more cav heavy this time.
But this kind of map choice really is just the perfect map choice by Rebels to shut down GK. The few rounds that GK was able to take on that second swap of Valoran were all about GK just getting into Rebels before they could set up and getting into a big infantry fight. And no matter what, on Field by the River, the Rebels are going to be able to set up. They're going to have the time they need to set up Bohemian and Rabagast as their archers. And they're going to have the cav support from Crew and from Courtney and from all those great players that there's no way GK is going to be able to disturb them the way they want to. So GK is going to have to change their mindset, change something up to try to make something happen on this very last swap.
At least pick up a couple more rounds here.
Yeah. Just waiting on the reset for this last thing. See if we got any tweets, D-Man. Do you think anyone tweeted at us?
Probably not.
I'm refreshing right now. No tweets at all. Guys.
I expect the Rebels to run the exact same setup they were running here.
In the
5
earlier
cav
rounds?
and 2 Expo. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It seems to be a pretty mixed, balanced composition for them. And it was their go-to early on, so I don't see why they should change that now.
It just seems like GK Cav hasn't been very effective the entire time.
Sparhawk's been getting caught out of position quite a lot. It just really isn't his night, it seems. Yeah, lots of cav so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 cav. 2 archers and 1 infantry from GK, is that right?
Yep, 2 archers, 1 infantry, 4 cav for GK, and 5 cav, 2 archers for Rebels.
Rebels looks like they're pushing up to that first tree clump and to that 1 tree hill in the back with their 2 crossbows. GK, on the other hand, is getting archers going along the wall, an archer and infantry. That's a very long-range shooting.
Oh, it's an interesting setup they're running here. With only 2 archers, it's quite the crossfire they're trying to get there.
GK actually has Traxxas far away from, looks like, the rest of the team. He's in that second tree clump along the river coastline, trying to get some shots off. He's pretty far away from anyone, but it doesn't look like Rebels is going to be able to do something. Cav is always ready to help him out, so he should be good.
Yeah, but once again, no shield drops equals 60 arrows, so they have some arrows to burn here. Bohemian actually crosses the river and trying to get a crossfire there on Traxxas. See if he can push him off push him off the trees there.
Flag's gonna be spawning in about 10 seconds here. If the flag spawns right in front of the rebels, which is possible, that could be very good for them. They are set up pretty well. All they'd have to do is pull back, just like it does now. All they really have to do, I think, is pull back that archer in the trees to possibly the bridge, get him safe, and hit the rebels while they're moving.
Yeah, it's a great flag spawn for GK there. I'm not really sure what the Ocean is doing up there as infantry with Gurley, but should be heading down towards the flag. At least getting some kind of pressure on it.
Radagast probably going to cross into the trees. Bohemian as well. They're alongside the river right now. Trying to get shots. Cavs are skirmishing each other in the forest. Not the best place on that hillside for Cav. If they can fight a little more on flat ground, it would be better for them. But it's also in range of Radagast and Bohemian, so hopefully their horses won't get shot down. Like GK is moving two people to the flag now, Theotian and Gurley, the pair that was up by the gate earlier. That is an archer shieldless on the flag though, so that's going to be very scary for him once Rebels Cap get in there. Only a minute left.
Loses his horse.
Rebels need to make something happen right about now. Oh, the Cav come in, misses the couch! Oh, misses the couch on Gurley. Gurley able to get right back up, dust herself off, and take some more shots. That's going to be huge. Maybe.
Rebels looking to crash the people on flag now. Shalwin taking out Templar. Chainsaw taking out Courtney.
Crash is not working out well for them.
Takes down Snoop's horse. The Ocean takes out Cedric's.
Gurley and the Ocean still up, the original pair that were on the flag.
Marquise takes out Radagast. Gurley takes out Sea Beetle. The Ocean takes out Snoop.
Wow.
And that's going to be a win for GK there.
That
him
is,
and all alone on the riverside.
That is nice. That is very nice. So great early positioning for this flag, and they were able to stop the rebels from really being able to push the flag until the last second. And at that point, it was too late, and the push was so desperate that they just missed. They missed their couches, and Gurley was able to survive very well for a really long time on the flag, which ended up really paying off, getting some really good shots in on Courtney while he was on the ground, or she was on the ground. This is a boy's name. While he was on the ground, and a couple Cav taking them down as well. So great job by GK. See if they can keep it up.
GK actually dropping the Ocean infantry and picking up as Cav, and Rebels dropping, I believe, Cedric's on Cav and picking him up as an archer. So they're running 3 crossbows on this, and Rebels actually been really aggressive, taking the first forest by the river there. Sea Beetle takes out Traxxas.
Oh, that's a bad
them.
early kill.
Just one archer down.
Rebels are pushing pretty aggressively into that second forest clump on the middle of the river with 3 crossbows. It's gonna be tough for GK's archers to deal with, especially without shields.
Yeah, it's frustrating that Traxxas got caught out there. I don't know if he didn't get a call or anything like that, but Shalwin actually going in there. He's taking some hits to his horse. Looking to get an expo.
He's able to get a slash off, but he might lose his horse for it if going back in, gonna re-engage.
Chainsaw loses his horse.
Jarwin loses his horse and might lose his life right here. Oh, nice
out Radagast.
Jarwin's still alive in the back lines, fighting off the Cav. Able to do a lot of damage to these horses.
Bohemian is free on the other side of the river taking shots. Oh, takes Templar down on a team kill.
Gurley able to pressure him back. He has no cover. He's not going to be able to shoot for a while.
Sea Beetle gets a new horse.
Looking pretty even. Rebels have lost 2. GK's lost 3. Rebels have lost 3 now,
4v4 now. Gurley takes out Bohemian. Great shot. The Ocean takes out Courtney. Sea Beetle takes a hit. He has no life left.
Flag spawns basically on top of the flight where it did last spawn. Gurley goes down though. No cover, no help, no shield. And like Rebel's crossbow's fighting for his life now.
The Ocean
Diedrich's
desperately trying to get in there.
with that fighting pick, not much damage, but able to take down a horse. Noob coming in to help him out. Oh,
Cedric
Diedrich took down his enemy, his teammate's horse there. Yeah.
Beetle loses horse to Sparhawk. The
The
Ocean
Ocean,
takes
a great
out
infantry
Snoop.
work. Beetle's last man alive. Looks like this is going to be another round in GK's favor. The Ocean right now 6-0, possibly 7 if he gets this last kill. Yes, he does. And he was what 14-5 on the previous on that second swap of Valorn. He's doing really serious work for GK.
Yep.
And that round was different. You know, GK set up in the same place, but this time Rebels pushed into it early, probably trying to negate that flag advantage that GK got in the very first round and try to get some time in the fight. GK Cav went right into the forest and just tore him up.
Despite losing the early archer, GK fought back. The Rebels just couldn't take down their cav in the forest. Even though they were getting stops everywhere, they just couldn't capitalize on any of them.
And Rebels are running quite a lot of coursers, 2 or 3 coursers right now, which is going to be a very low health, horse. So their horses are going to be going down a little bit faster, I think, than GK's. GK's also low health horses with the Serenade horses, but they're able to maneuver around those trees and dodge those crossbows a lot better. Also, Rebels had Bohemian as a crossbow across the river, trying to shoot up into the trees, but he had no cover there. So once Gurley was able to get on him for that maybe 20 to 30 seconds of fighting, he was unable to do anything. He was essentially useless because he was not engaged in a melee fight and he couldn't take out his crossbow.
Yep. I mean, once the Expos get pressure and they have no cover, then they're effectively out of the battle there. All they can be doing is this infantry. Men once again crossing the river, going for the ruins there with his Expo. Looks like both teams just playing passive right now.
Barhawk looking to make something happen in the ruins. Hopefully it doesn't get caught.
But Bohemian gets up on the ruin stairs before they can.
Oh, and a nice shot takes Barhawk in the abs, in the chest, in the stomach. He's gonna be bleeding out for a while.
Flag spawns. Sweet by the Rebels there.
Now it's going to be up to GK for the first time this swap to make a push happen and come to the Rebels as opposed to the Rebels coming to them. Rebels have Radagast tucked up in those trees. He's going to be able to get some nice shots if GK isn't able to displace him.
And GK trying to get some archer there. Trying to get the Expos on the hill there.
Yeah, 2 archers in those second trees there.
Templar takes out Sean.
It's gonna be those cav are rushing in for Radagast. Radagast does go down though. That's gonna be big. It's a good trade. A cav for an archer, and this could be really huge. Snoop takes down Marquis.
Sparhawk gets stopped. Gets picked up by Snoop. Chainsaw getting stopped now. And Snoop demounting him. Traxxas with a good shot on Courtney.
And Bohemian is all the way over across the ruins. He's not, Rebel archers are just able, GK archers are just able to hide behind the trees and avoid him. He's pretty far away.
It's a 5-on-3
only have 3
for Rebels
left.
right now. Sea Beetle loses his horse to Traxxas. Cedrix is now getting on the flag. Templar have a great couch on Traxxas there. The Ocean loses his horse. Templar takes out Gurley. Sea Beetle takes out the Ocean. Great job by the Rebels there.
Rebels. Yeah, the GK archers in the trees, they were doing pretty well. I mean, Traxxas got some nice shots off. Girl got some nice shots off, but it wasn't as big as they needed it to be to win the round early, you know. And GK's Cav all rushed in to get Radagast, and they lost a lot of horses for that. They got Radagast, which is good, but they lost probably too many horses for it to be worthwhile at that point.
Yeah, they actually should have moved up closer. They weren't under any pressure at the time either. The only expo that was capable of firing was Bohemian, and they were pretty far away.
Yeah, he was at the runes, so bit of a misplay by GK, but it looks like they're going to be doing the same kind of thing, waiting for flag, and it's really all come down to which team has to push. You know, that so far the team that's had to push is lost. The Bohemian's moving across to the ruins again, liking that side angle advantage he gets from there. Oh,
Oh, Marquis takes out
Marquis
Snoop.
taking down Swoop. That's pretty big. Snoop got like 2 or 3 really good kills, and he had a heavy horse up.
Yeah, losing that heavy horse isn't gonna help.
Great. Theocean trying to make a couch in for Radagast. No, he backs out. He's scared off by Rebels cavalry. About 30 more seconds until we'll see which team has to push.
Yeah, Bohemian
It's
really
Corny on
liking this woman's expo position. Just archers exchanging shots right now, nothing really happening. GK Cav playing a lot more passive since they lost, I'd say since they've taken out Snoop there. Just waiting for flags.
Yeah. And Rebels is running, what, 2 infantry right now? So,
Yes.
you know, they should have the advantage coming into the fight with the Rodak infantry and their cav support. Master
Master
spawns
in
by
favor
Rebels.
of GK.
GK, shoot, sorry.
Rebels setting up.
Oh, someone's in there right now with that heavy horse, and he makes it out alive. Oh, just barely makes it out, not getting shot. Templar, what a bold move. Looks like Rebels are gonna push right into the trees first.
Yeah,
Try to
GK
make
crashing on the
something
infantry.
All the cav are here. Bohemian moving up across the opposite side of the river. Possibly gonna push in as an infantry. Man. Take out his crossbow, start shooting across the river.
Courtney pushing far up. Bohemian taking tough shots. Trax just takes out
down.
Radagast. Sparhawk takes
Ooh.
out Sea Beetle.
Gonna be up to those horses now. Templar's still
The
on that
Ocean
huge
takes
horse.
out Courtney. Great Lance. Marquis takes out
Wow.
Cedrix. Chainsaw takes out Templar.
Bohemian
And just
low.
Bohemian.
Wow, very, very nice.
You could have an ace here. And it's an ace.
Nice. Barhawk on that archer roll. That's interesting. He's been playing cav most of the time, so looks like this is working out for him a lot.
Yeah, Sparhawk is actually a pretty decent archer.
And once again, you know, EK was able to set up and Rebels was not able to push the way they wanted it to.
Templar
Looks like
actually going aggressive against Shawin there.
I think all
Looks
of
like-
Rebels is going
Yeah, it
aggressive.
looks like Rebels
yeah.
want to take the first force there.
Gonna push up force and engagement right now. While GK is still moving up into the trees. May catch them off guard, may catch them by surprise. You know, GK archers do not have shields, so this could be really, really great for Rebels to force an engagement right now.
GK crashing on the Rebel infantry. Marquis gets stopped. Chainsaw couches Courtney's horse.
Marquis unable to follow up though. Coming back in, takes down Courtney.
Marquis takes out Courtney. Gurley takes out Snoop. Radagast with a great headshot on Marquis. The Ocean takes out Templar. Shaman takes out Cedrix.
Wow. GK archers in the back, making short work of those cav.
The Ocean's horse gets hung up. Oh, Gurley
Oof.
takes out the Ocean. Sparrow takes out Radagast. TK's gonna hurt.
4v2 right now. Bohemian and Sea Beetle. Could pull this
Bohemian
back,
takes a
2v3. Sea Beetle goes
Bohemian all
down.
alone
Too many
now.
archers.
And there it is.
There it is. Wow, 4-1.
Not bad. The final score was 12-8.
much closer round than match in total that I think people were expecting. Rebels take it though. The old team, I guess the newer-ish team, but the older team in a lot of ways in terms of competitive play.
Yeah, this is actually a big surprise for GK
But
coming
that
out.
is
Definitely showing that the team in UNAC 1 is a lot different than the team in UNAC 2, so definitely
yeah. I'm
stepping up.
actually really excited to see GK's future matches. I expect them to take a couple nice matches coming up. I hope I'm streaming them because that would be awesome. I want to see them more. Theocean is doing consistently great work, almost every single swap. Really great. Uh, awesome stuff. You know, it's funny, we went through the whole stream and didn't even mention that E-Man was doing all this great camera work for us, so thank you to E-Man setting that up, doing all the camera work, just being just awesome, swaggity, awesome person. Thank you. I don't know if you could hear him, but he said the swag lord. I don't know.
Thank you, Mr.
Probably could
Swag
hear
Lord
him.
X.
And this was a lot of fun. Yeah, so just as a reminder, Warband NA going to be pretty big in this upcoming UNAC season, so come here to see all the great matches. There's going to be a lot of both upper tier and lower tier bracket matches going to be streamed on here. All of the finals, all the single elim is going to be streamed, and at least like 2 matches every week. Like, we're going to do a lot of stuff, so get here, be here, watch the matches, chat, tweet, go on Steam, talk about it. Send a carrier pigeon to your best buddy in Brazil. Talk about it. Do it. And, yeah. Any final words anyone else wants to say?
Yeah, the next stream is going to be Monday, WK versus Wapa, and I believe they're aiming for 9 Eastern time, or maybe 10, somewhere in there. But the thread will post up and let you guys know when it is.
Awesome, yeah. That will be tomorrow. Wow, that's like tomorrow. That's soon.
Yep, thanks
That'd be
everyone
great.
for watching,
I know
guys.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be there tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I think with some 2 new people too, so that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Super appreciate it. Follow the stream. Go talk about how much you love D-Man and E-Man on Tail Worlds, and have a good night.